So we will cover these three practicals today. So let's start from this practical. So this is the PPT PowerPoint presentation I have prepared for you. So you can see, and this practical name is load test on a three-phase induction motor. So basically what we do in this practical, we apply load. So this is basically in our lab of NIT Raipur Electrical Machine 2 lab. This is a squirrel cage induction motor. Okay, however, in the manual there is two diagrams. There are two diagrams. So this diagram, there is a slip ring induction motor. You can see this is slip ring induction motor. These are the stator winding, these are the rotor winding. But in actual, we use squirrel cage induction motor. So see, so for this practical, always prefer this diagram. Okay, this will be the diagram. This is the diagram of squirrel cage induction motor, and we will perform this test on squirrel cage induction motor. So basically the second diagram. Okay, so always use this diagram, and there will be weights. You can see in the diagram there are weights T1 and T2 or W1 or W2. So these will be, actually this is a belt and pulley arrangement. You can see from the diagram, and we will see the actual video. So you can see this is the belt and pulley. See here, this is T1 and T2. So these are the stator windings connected in delta, stator armature windings. And this is the rotor, which is a squirrel cage type rotor. You can see this is squirrel cage type rotor. And these are the weights T1, T2, which will be applied through belt and pulley arrangement. Okay, so you will see in the lab video which I recorded afterwards. Okay, so see, first of all, what is the aim of practical? To perform load test on three-phase induction motor. See, this is the aim. And apparatus required, what will you need? Voltmeter is required, ammeter of this range from 0 to 500 volt. Ammeter is required, 0 to 15 ampere range. Wattmeter is required, 600 volt 10 ampere range, connecting wires, and tachometer. And obviously three-phase squirrel cage induction motor. So you can see this is the diagram of a squirrel cage induction motor where we apply load. So these are the loads T1 and T2. Okay, so this is basically a belt and pulley arrangement through which we apply load on this shaft of the rotor on squirrel cage machine. And then all the measuring instruments, you will see these are the measuring instrument. Wattmeter is connected, so we will connect only single wattmeter. See, this is a single wattmeter, and this is ammeter connected in series, and this is the voltmeter. So we will require these three instruments, and then through three-phase auto transformer. This is the three-phase auto transformer which you are seeing on your screen, through which we supply voltage. Okay, so this is the starter. So this is the starter of induction motor, auto transformer starter. So through which we will give supply to this induction motor. So this is the circuit diagram of this test. And what is the theory? So see, this is the theory. The load test on induction motor is performed to compute its complete performance. So we will compute these parameters: torque, slip, efficiency, power factor, etc. During this test on the motor is operated at rated voltage and frequency and normally loaded, and then we will load. First we will take a reading at no load, and then we will load this motor. So see what you know about synchronous speed, Ns equal to 120 F upon P, and slip S is equal to ns minus nr upon ns. So you already studied about this. A brake drum is coupled to the shaft of motor and the load is applied by tightening the belt, and provided on the brake drum, the net force exerted at the brake drum in kilogram is obtained from the readings S1 and S2, or W1 or W2, or T1 or T2. Okay, you can also refer this whether it is T1 T2, W1 W2 or S1 S2, all are same. So these are the applied weights. And then see, this is the formula of calculation of torque. See here, so weight T1 minus T2 or S1 minus S2 will be in pound actually, okay, will be in pound, but we have to convert it into kilogram, okay, and then into Newton. Okay, first in pound, then kilogram, and then Newton. And this is the formula. Torque is W into D by 2 into 9.8. And what is W? W is S1 minus S2. Okay, and then load torque is T is equal to W into D by 2. And then also there is another formula. There is one more thing is required. See here. For power you already know, output power is omega into T, and output power you can write 2 pi nt by 60. Okay, 2 pi nt by 60 watts. So this will be your output power. So we will calculate this output power. Okay, we will see the observation table and calculation at last. So this is the calculation in this sheet. Okay, the student has completed the calculations. So we calculated output power and input power, and then we calculated efficiency at last. So you can see in second, third, fourth, fifth, fifth, at last efficiency is calculated. Okay, you can see. So by calculating output power, input power, at last we will calculate efficiency. Okay, so we can see. Okay, at last we will see later. So this is the formula, and this is the torque, and D is the effective diameter of the brake drum, which is in our lab we take 20.5 centimeters. See here, this is the diameter of brake drum. See here, 20.5. This is the diameter in centimeter. Okay, 20.5 centimeter. So we will convert it into meter by dividing 100. So this is the diameter of brake drum, and you can also see here 0.45 is multiplied to convert the weight from pound into kilogram. Okay, this is the numerical value 0.45, and also 9.81 is multiplied to this torque value or this weight value to convert into Newton. Okay, so this is the total formula of output power, T2 minus T1 into 9.81 into 0.45 into diameter D upon 100, and this is the diameter of brake drum, 20.5 centimeter in our lab, which is converted into meter, into 2 pi n by 60. So this is output power, torque into omega. Okay, so basically this is torque into omega, and then we calculated input power and then calculated efficiency. Okay, so we will see how we calculate. So this is the formula, and this is the power, you see, and this is the power. In case of 2 wattmeter method, you already know phase angle formula is tan inverse root 3 W1 minus W2 divided by W1 plus W2. So there is only 1 wattmeter. Okay, and then we will multiply, okay, in this wattmeter by 3. So you can see here, and this is the observation table. This is the observation table. You can see the first column of voltage. This is supply voltage, okay, which is measured by the voltmeter connected across 2 lines, and the second column of ampere of current, which will read, okay, a meter will read the current which is connected in series. And this is the wattmeter reading. W1, W2 is there, but we have used only 1 wattmeter. So W will be there, and at last speed will be there. and result the efficiency of induction motor on various load is calculated. So here we will put the efficiency, calculated efficiency in all cases. And what are the precautions? You already know, all connections should be proper and tight. The range of instruments should be carefully selected. Okay, so this is all about the theories. Okay, we can go through, and this is the actual observation table. You can see. So this is actual observation table from student's copy. I have taken this. This is supply voltage column, this is current column, this is W power column, and this is S1, S2 or T1, T2. Okay, these are the weights applied on induction motor. So in first case, no load is applied. You can see this is 0, this is 0. So this is the case of motor is operating at no load, and then afterwards, from second case, we will apply S1 and S2, loads are applied, and then we will again note it down all the readings, supply voltage, current, wattage rating, and this is the multiplying factor 4. So what is the power rating? That will be multiplied by 4, you see, and this is the S1, S2, and then at last speed is there. So these will be required. So now we will go to the lab video. Okay, so now I will play how it is going to be performed in the lab actually. Okay, so you can see this is the actual video of load test on 3-phase induction motor which is being performed in the lab. So you can see how it is going to be performed. Okay, so first of all, motor is to be started. This is the squirrel cage induction motor, you see, and this is the belt and pulley arrangement. Okay, you see, and so first of all, motor will be run at no load. So you can see motor is switched on, and through auto transformer we will increase the supply voltage gradually, and then motor will pick up the speed gradually. So this is auto transformer, and this is the motor shaft which is running, and then we have connected all the instruments, and circuit is connected as per the circuit diagram. These connections are there. And then first of all, rated voltage is supplied, so approximately 400 volt. Okay, so the multiplying factor for this voltmeter is 2. Okay, so when the pointer is at 200 volt, it means 400 volt is applied. So this is the rated voltage. And then see W1 and W2 reading. So this is the wattmeter reading. Okay, so here 2 wattmeters are connected. We have used 2 wattmeters, and this is the current. Okay, so this is the current value. Okay, so we will note it down: wattmeter reading, voltmeter reading, and W1 and W2. So you can see these are the powers shown by W1 and W2. Okay, this is the supply voltage. Then this is W1 and W2. So basically we have used 2 wattmeters here. So total active power will be W1 plus W2. So total power W is equal to W1 plus W2. So we will note it down, whatever reading appears in the wattmeter, and then this is the current reading, and then we will measure the speed. Okay, and then we will apply the load by tightening this belt and pulley arrangement. You can see now we are applying the load. So you can see we are now applying the load. This is T2. Okay, this one is T2. So this is T2 and this is T1. So these are actually, this is T2. So we will note it down, and this is T1. And then you see this is supply voltage 400 volt. Now you see W1. Okay, this is the W1 reading. Wattmeter 1. So we will note it down, and then see W2 reading. This is W2. And then this is current. Okay, so after applying the load, you can see the current has been increased. Current is already increased. So you can see this is the value of current. So this will give our second set of observation table, because we have applied the load. And then again, okay, and then see, this is T2. Okay, you can see this is our T2, wait number second, or also S2. So you see what is the value, pointer is indicating, see, approximately equal to 14. Okay, see, 14 or 15. Okay, so we will note it down. So this is important. This is our S2. Okay, this is S2. So this is approximately equal to 14. And then what is S1? You will see this is in pound. Okay, this is weight in pounds, 14 pounds. And then see what is S1. So you will see this is S1, approximately equal to how much? 22, 25 something. Okay. Okay, so then we will note it down. You can see this is observation table. This is observation table. So now we will put the first value 400 volt, supply volt 3.3 ampere is the current. W is equal to W1 plus W2 160 into multiplying factor will be there. Here it is not written, okay, but we have to multiply by 4. Multiplying factor is 4. Then S1, S2 here 0 weight board in first case. No load is applied, and then speed we will measure also speed 994 rpm. Okay, so this was the first value, and then after applying load, so you can see this is the second set of reading. So in this case S1 is 2.5, S2 is 18, speed is 978, wattage rating is this much, so you can see, and then again we will apply the load. So again we are applying the load, and then we will note down all the readings. So this is supply voltage. Now see W1 has been increased. इसकी वैल्यू बढ़ गई है पहले की तुलना में, आप देख सकते हैं. You can see this is the wattmeter reading. So by applying load, W1 is being increased, and also you can see W2. Also you can see W2, the value of W2 is also increased. See here W2. Okay, so it has been increased already by applying some more load. And then see current reading. Current reading this. Okay, this has also increased. And then we will note it down, and also we will measure the speed. Okay. And then we will note down this reading. Okay, so now this is 15, approximately equal to 15 something pound. So this is S2, and that was S1, and another was S1 is there, and this is the and this is S1.
24 है क्या?
Okay, so this is how we will This is how we will perform the actual load test. Okay, and then what we do, we apply load in steps, and then there will be here 5 sets of readings are there, you can see, and then we will calculate efficiency. How we calculate efficiency? You can see from this slide. Output power, the formula for output power is T2 minus T1, 9.81 into 0.45 into 20.5 divided by 100 into 2 pi n upon 60. So basically why 0.45 is there? 0.45 is there to convert the weight into kilogram. पहले weight जो था वो pound में था. Okay, previously it was in pound. T1 minus T2 or T2 minus T1 in pounds. So we will subtract this, then multiply by 0.45, so it will be converted into kilogram, and then also multiply 9.81, then it will be converted into Newton. Into, okay, and then into D, this is diameter of brake drum. So in our lab, this is the diameter 20.5 centimeter. Then we will convert into meter by dividing 100 into 2 pi n, this is omega. So this portion is torque. यहाँ से यहाँ तक का जो पार्ट है ये टॉर्क है, and this is speed. So basically mechanical power or output power is torque into speed, 2 pi n by 60. Okay, so we will put all the values in this equation, and then input power. Input power, what is input power? V into I, applied voltage into applied current, and then we will calculate efficiency. So in this case, no load is applied, so efficiency will be is equal to 0. You can see power will be is equal to 0. Then in second case, see, T1 is 3.5. So according to this, as per this slide, T2 is 24. Then output power you can calculate this much. Put here n is equal to 978 rpm. Then output power will be 1434 point something. Okay, so you can calculate for yourself. Then input power V into I, 1840 watt. Okay, see here. And then we calculated efficiency 77.9%. Then in second case also we have calculated 88.3%. Fourth case efficiency 83.8%, and fifth case 95 something, 96%. Okay, so this is how we perform load test on induction motor, and we calculate efficiency, and at last in the result section the efficiency, we put the efficiency of induction motor on various load is this much. Okay, so this is how we perform load test on a 3-phase induction motor.